We'll be building a clean, responsive navbar today from scratch using React, Vite, and Tailwind CSS in just 7 minutes. You can see our navbar is responsive. Our last video, let's remove everything in the app.css so that we can create our navbar with a class name of BG. This class name is defining the color of our navbar, and we want to give it a color of BG Sky 500. Then we create another div and give it a class name. The class name, the H14, is defining the height of the navbar. Item center for the items that will be inside the navbar. Then flex, justify between. Then we have to create a logo div for our logo on the left hand side of the navbar. We'll give this div a class name, text 3XL for the size of the text, and code flux, that is the logo. Then we add more classes to the code flux logo. Font blows. We need to create the desktop buttons, a div. We need to create a div for the desktop buttons, and inside this div we'll have our anchor tag and give it a class name. The first one is home, an anchor tag for our home, and we give it the classes according to what is displayed. Then we copy the first one and create 3 more anchor tags and change the name of each one. We have home, about, services, and the last one is going to be contacts. Now we can see all our anchor tags are displaying inside the navbar. So let's change the class name of the div. So let's give our desktop buttons div a class name of Eden so that it hides all the buttons. We need to create another div for our mobile buttons. Yes, by copying copy the same div for the desktop buttons and paste it down. So for our mobile buttons, we need to display it in a different way. So change the class name to block and give the text another color fill, and we had more classes. BG gray, we don't want the blue when we have our mobile buttons. Then give it spaces around each of the buttons, each of the anchor tags, and give it some padding. Let's give it some padding so we can see on the small screen and on the large screen. Let's go ahead and import useState from React and create our state variables as is open and set is open. And default state is false. So we had this functionality to our mobile buttons, so that's that way. We had the functionality to our mobile button. So if is open is true, display block, else hidden. Now let's create a menu button. For now, we'll do with just a menu and a button. menu written on button. We'll change it later. So we had a function when this is clicked, we'll set is open while clicking. So you can see we click the menu, it opens, and we click it again, it closes. So let's replace this menu with something better, and by that let's head over to React icons, and we have to install it first. This is React icons documentation. So this is better. This is what we will be using as a replacement. So npm, let's install React icons in our project. So we wait, that has been installed. Now we can use it. So let's the menu button we are using is this one shown on the screen. So let's import it. Import the menu button and replace our menu with the menu button we imported from React icons. So we can see, let's give it some classes to improve the way it's going to be displayed. Let's give it a padding and text white, change the color. Let's increase the size, text 3XL. So now as we click, we see that is working. Click on desktop, it's not doing anything. So we have this, let it be hidden. React icons, we need more. We need a cancel button. We need a cancel button so that when let's use this one, we'll be using this one as the cancel button. So we add it to what we are importing from React icons, and we bring it down to use it here dynamically, so that when the hamburger button is open, it displays the cancel button, and when it is closed, the hamburger button is displayed. This is the functionality for that. So we can see when it's open, the cancel button is displayed, and vice versa. That's it.